Yeah, to all the detectives and all the FBI that I sent out my 4 complaints to the Florida bar to. I try to give my and to the Florida bar. To the Florida bar, thank you for telling me I need to tell my judge about my ineffective and inadequate counsel complaints. I tried more than once. My judge wouldn't listen to me. She had me reevaluated by the same lady that fraudulently freaking sent me to a mental hospital on one doctor's opinion and lied on the assessment. She lied. What makes her lie? Okay, on the assessment, she writes it up like the examiner. He told the examiner to freaking look at a picture in his phone, and the examiner didn't understand, and so he got upset. Yeah, I try to show. She writes it up like an examiner is writing out the report on the assessment test that was given by a different employee. Therefore, if there's any freaking mistakes, it's not fraud. Well, it's fraud because every single thing that she said I was delusional about, I freaking sent her research proof. I sent her freaking research proof proving that everything she said, that I was so delusional I needed a mental hospital for 6 months, forced on medication. And when I come home, my mom wants me in a group home, forced on medication. And I sent her emails proving that everything she sent me was freaking false. She never, thinking that she would be ethical and freaking look at it and then go tell the judge. Well, the last time I saw her, she did not. And I went to a mental hospital. Then I saw her again in jail, and she had to say I was okay to freaking let me out. And so, and they freaking did that like over 100 days after I got to jail. So the law says it takes 30 days. The state has 30 days to get you out. They forgot about me in jail. It took like over 100 days. My mom had to hire Gomez and freaking to get me out. And my mom accidentally hired Kalia Schilling, the same girl that freaking helped illegally send me to a mental hospital. So, but the doctor, Susan Lavelle, she should have freaking looked at the emails I sent her. We did 3 assessments. I did 3 assessments with her, $500 each assessment. And so she should have looked at the fucking emails since we spent $1,500 with her. And I have a copy of the emails, and the emails prove that I'm not crazy and I'm a spy. And they prove that freaking everything she said on the assessment was that I was so delusional I needed 6 months in a mental hospital, that it was false and everything I said was true. She must not have looked at them, or she did look at them and just didn't care and sent me to a mental hospital and locked me up, false imprisonment, where I could get killed, And then basically, yeah, it was freaking awful, man. And so basically, 5 police officers come flying up to a parking lot that I'm at, and freaking they had to pass the parking lot, and they get inside I got so embarrassed, and they get inside the parking lot, and freaking 2 of them come right up to me, and they say, I'm in Ron John Surf Shop parking lot. It's Ron John Police. It's Cocoa Beach Police. They say, you can't be telling people about your spy memories. And they're just smiling. They go, what'd you tell her? I go, oh my gosh, she called the police on me? Nope, she called 911 on you. What'd you tell her? I'm like, I don't remember. They're like, you can tell us now. So I saw a girlfriend of mine that I hadn't seen in 20 years, and she was walking her dog, and I got excited, and I told her some spy shit, and she called 911, and freaking, then the cop goes, damn, he took off his glasses. No wonder she called 911. She doesn't want you to drive. You cannot drive your car, or vehicle, he called it, till tomorrow. Do you understand? Yes, sir. You keep it parked here. You can't even get someone to drive it away from here. That car doesn't leave here till tomorrow if you get sober. Do you understand? Yes, sir. And then boom. Then they went back to what I told her. I didn't remember what I told her, or I didn't tell them. I was too embarrassed, but it went over the speaker, and they told me, I said, it went over the speaker. You guys already know. And they go, we want to hear it from you. We can listen to you now. Because 6 or 7 times I went to the Cocoa Beach Police to tell them about my spy memories. And they told me that they can't listen. They were told that they can't listen to me about spy memories. Now I'm thinking it was Patrick Air Force Base that told them, because I went to Patrick Air Force Base, and I freaking to the main gate, and I asked for the main gate if they could ask the main person if anybody knew of it. Majestic 12 spy program, I could talk to them about it, because I'm in it. And freaking they called all their friends, the military police, and everybody came up to the main gate to see who was asking, because that's like a rumor. Majestic 12 spy program. It's the most top secret spy program that ever was. And so basically, it's a eugenics spy program, weapons development program. And so basically, and it's freaking, connected to freaking financial advisors and freaking, it's Majestic 12, freaking bankers and shit, the illicit funds. And so basically, COVID-19, the day they said St. Corona, the next day was $1 trillion crash in the stock market. That means they sold at the highest, secret bankers with secret names and socials, not even under their name, for their team to use. Freaking drug money goes into the stock market as donations, churches, Vatican, CIA, Democrat, other churches, DEA spies, Republican, and they get numbered accounts. Technically, they're not on the books of the fucking churches. It's just county by county. It's freaking huge. Drug money's huge. So anyways, basically, yeah. So I don't want to get shot in the head. Basically, I have GPS trackers all through my body. I called Trump 5 times, and I got Baker acted by drug lord El Mayo's son Vincent. He was CO in my jail when we had a freaking fake riot in 2017, and somebody supposedly got stabbed to death 68 times in Mac's dorm. Freaking the doors opened up to Mac's. Anyways, Javier Vasquez was my freaking roommate, was in jail, and basically he left the day before the riot, and then I got transferred to Faith-Based Storm, and he was in Faith-Based Storm, and the internet says that he's drug lord El Mencho, and El Mencho got killed like a week ago. Anyways, I don't think El Mencho got killed like a week ago. So anyways, basically, so 5 police officers came flying up to a parking lot that I was at, and freaking and then that was it. I'm not going to tell you the whole story about that. Now, in 2016, my sister calls me. She goes, Danny, where are you? I'm here to see you. And I go, I'm going on the beach. I got a cruise ship. Where do I go? I'll meet you there. All right, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Go to Rajon's Park in the free parking lot and walk over to the beach, and freaking I'll find you. And so I walk over to the beach about 10 minutes later, and Brady, Sherry's son, is renting chairs out at the chair rental, and he goes, Danny, look, police are looking for you. Your sister did a missing persons on you. She lied to me, wasn't even there to see me, did a missing persons because of the first psychosis videos that I've made. And so I went to the hotel, I went to Starbucks, and I freaking tweak wrote the first day, and about my dad being the godfather of the Italian mafia, but he invented options trading and gave the casinos back to the Italians, and freaking he came over from Cuba on a raft, dude, and freaking all this kind of shit. And so I wrote until dark, and then I was walking through the Cocoa Beach Surf Company, opened the door to freaking, and it goes right to A1A, and freaking and a cop pulls up. He goes, Danny? And I go, yeah. And he goes, where you been all day? We've been looking for you. I go, well, I couldn't go to the beach because I didn't want to get Baker acted. My mom's trying to build a case that I'm crazy and put me in a freaking mental hospital, force me on medication. And then he freaking got out of his car and he goes, you've been in Starbucks all day. I go, yeah, I've been writing, tweak writing. He goes, let me see what you wrote. So I give him what I wrote, and then he's reading it and laughing. Another cop smiling. Another cop pulls up. Then a lifeguard that used to be a lifeguard walks up. He goes, I'm a Coast Guard. I used to be a lifeguard. I know him. He goes, oh, we all know him. And then they're passing around all the shit that I wrote, and they're laughing at it. And then finally, the one cop goes, all right, dude, we're calling your mom and telling your mom that you are fine now. All of us saw the videos from last night and freaking the video from this morning. You don't ruin don't do meth anymore and ruin your reputation. No one cares about your book. And fucking then they call my mom. And freaking and tell her that my mom's telling him all this shit, and he's just listening and listening. And finally goes, ma'am, we all know him here. He freaking got a great reputation. He's a little crazy, but he's fine. It is unethical for us to Baker Act him. We are not Polk County. Definitely told him exactly, we are not Polk County. The rest of it, I don't know. It was a very long time ago, 2016 or 17. Then he tells me that freaking, listen, don't ruin my reputation, and freaking, and then boom, don't do meth anymore. And that was it. So that was 2016. So then basically, then around 2002, Officer Easy Rodriguez had a sting operation catching people selling jewelry on the beach, and freaking boom, caught me, and he let me know 3 times that my jewelry was cool, and he walked me to the freaking parking lot. And that's all he said, is that my jewelry was cool. And then pretty much I knew that freaking he was connected with the other police that freaking busted me the first time selling fake Oakleys. And then basically, so I got busted selling fake Oakleys the first time freaking in Cocoa Beach. And Rich Rudolph was out there watching me sell fake Oakleys. And then I saw him standing up near the stairs, looking behind his shoulder. And the day before, I met a freaking lifeguard that didn't like me, or he wouldn't ever smile at me and looking at me funny. And I finally walked up to him and said, "Hey, man, what's up, dude? You look at me funny, dude. I'm just selling freaking fake Oakleys and freaking jewelry on the beach. First one on me. You can have one. I just, friends with everybody out here. I don't know did I do something to you?" And he goes, "Dude, I run triathlon for Oakley. What you're doing is illegal. And the cops are going to arrest you, and then they're going to raid your house and find the whole inventory." So he pretty much already told on me. And freaking, so I'm out there. I get to the beach, and I didn't bring any fake Oakleys. And the first group is a baseball team. And a kid goes, "We saw you last year. You had the fake Oakleys. And so, do you have any Oakleys?" So I walked to my freaking house and got them, and walked back with a freaking duffel bag of them, and freaking sold them all to him. And when I was walking away, I noticed somebody watching me and it was Rich Rudolph, the Oakley rep. And I said, "No way." And he was looking over his shoulder. So he called the cops on me when he saw me freaking selling to the freaking selling fake Oakleys. And then he ran to the parking lot, and I freaking ditched my bag at one freaking towel full of people, one big thing, and I ran over to some people and just laid down, took off my shirt, laid down, and shut my eyes and took my hat off. And just froze there, hoping that they couldn't find me, and were looking, and couldn't find me. Well, they walked right up to me and said, "Hey, wake up. You're busted. Come with it." And then we're walking to the parking lot, and Rich Rudolph is telling them that, "Yeah, man, that everybody that tries selling them makes so much money. It's so, and then actually they get caught, and they have to sign a paper that they won't do it anymore because it's actually a felony." And so we get to the parking lot, and they search my bag they get all the Oakleys, and then they see my cash. Because basically spring break, I always have to have change for like $300 bills. So I always have a bunch of change in my bag. So because I sell a lot of stuff, and if I don't have change for 100, I'm screwed. I won't sell anything. So basically, because everybody wants to pay with 50 or 100 when they come straight from the airport to the beach. So anyway, so that's it. He said, "You can go back to the beach." I said, "I can go back to the beach and sell jewelry?" He goes, "Yeah, but freaking, we're going to check up on you." So the next fucking day, I'm selling jewelry to freaking this volleyball team, the best volleyball team I ever had. And Jesse was talking, my friend Jesse was talking, he does metal sculpture. My best friend was talking to a girl, one of my best friends was talking to a girl with a part of the group, and he sells jewelry too. And then all of a sudden I didn't hear Jesse's voice anymore, and I hear a police walkie-talkie, and then I'm sitting on the ground Indian style, and I have a line of girls, all the volleyball team, with cash in their hand, and I'm custom fitting anklets, and I hear, "Damn, you got the coolest job on the beach." And then freaking boom, I stand up, and it's Johnny and 3 Cocoa Beach police. And then basically they freaking, they say, and I'm talking to them, and Jesse's looking over at us from a distance. And then finally Jesse runs over, punches them in the shoulder, and says something cheesy like, "You can't be selling jewelry on our beach." And they're like, "What? You said?" And then Johnny goes, "Dude," tells the cops, "I busted him with the fake Oakleys yesterday, and I'm freaking, I keep on getting calls on him that he's living inside his warehouse. His freaking neighbor says that he even put a septic tank in, and he's telling me he's not living in there. And fucking now he's fixing my pots and pans, dude. And they have the coolest job on the beach." And then they go, "How is it here? Is it killer in the summer too?" And then he goes, "No, dude, we kill it in the freaking springtime, but it kills us in the summer. And you can see we're doing great today, and it's awesome. But the freaking hippies, their car broke down. We fixed their car. It cost us $400, and we got them out of here before spring break so they wouldn't see how good it is. Now they brought back 6 people, and freaking boom, they're all freaking selling jewelry on the beach.
And, we don't want it to be like Mexico and they gave us their personal phone numbers to make a call and swoop them off the beach.